Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Banter in the Box, episode 103. What a losser. Now, just to explain why we're here with this additional content, for those of you that have watched episode 102, an apology, you'll know that I had to take episode 101 down because there was a joke in there that offended one or two managers. So I'm going to assume you read that disclosure at the start of this video. If you didn't, please go back and read it before you watch on. If you've read that disclaimer at the start of the video and you are someone of a sensitive disposition and who's likely to be easily offended, please switch off. Okay? We're all safe. We're all okay to continue. Oh, I know how Gary Lineker feels. So anyway, episode 103, what a losser. This is effectively a recap of episode 101 because I'm conscious that the majority of managers didn't get a chance to view that video before I took it down. If you are one of the few managers that did get to see episode 101 before it was taken down, just to let you know, this is basically a recap of what was in that video, although I have shoehorned in a little bit of new content. So there is something for you if you've already seen episode 101. So in this episode 103, what a losser, we've got what a losser, the FFFL Cup quarter-final review, which took place last weekend, and a manager of the season update. So without further ado, what a losser. Now in episode 101 of Banter in the Box, which you can no longer see, Mark Benwell commented on I've Got a Life manager Mops Hoxby's guess the previous week to the who the fuck is that question. Mops guessed that one of the managers in the who the fuck is that was called Kelly, and I pointed out that that was wrong, mainly because there isn't a manager in the Family Fantasy Football League called Kelly. Now Mark jumped, as he always does, on the opportunity to have a pop at my poor old mum. But it slightly backfired for two reasons. One, instead of calling her a loser, he called her a losser. Now, for all I know, he didn't misspell loser. Maybe losser is some down with the kids slang that I'm not aware of, and maybe Mark is just down with the kids. Maybe losser is a combination of loser and tosser. I don't know. I suspect, as I rightly called out in episode 101, that he was trying to say loser and he just misspelt it. To compound his attempt at having a pop at Mops, but it backfiring amazingly, Mark then had a guess at the who the fuck is that question, and one of the managers he guessed was Nicky, which was wrong because there isn't a manager in the Family Fantasy Football League called Nicky. So it really backfired. Now, On the Bus's manager Sarah Goodwin was one of the few managers that did get to watch episode 101 before it was taken down, and she sent me this message. Guessing Nicky? What a losser. And after digging your mum out too. And yes, I put losser because that's what he put. I know it's loser. Can't wait to see your boring updated edition of Banter in the Box. Well, for those messages, Sarah, and also one or two messages that I've decided not to share, but I really loved, didn't want to share them because I didn't want to add to the whole offence thing. You are earning not one, not two, but 10 manager of the season quotes for the messages that I've received from you today, because I really needed them. So well done. So this was the results of the Family Fantasy Football League Cup quarter final. The Mad Hatter is into the semi-final after beating Bantonio Conte's Barmy Army, and he will be facing Ostrich Bar Stewards in the semi-finals. The Mad Hatter, the only one of the last four who's ever won the Family Fantasy Football League Cup on 2 occasions, plays Ostrich Bar Stewards, who have appeared in a cup final once but were beaten. On Ostrich Bar Stewards reach it after defeating Legends 23 52-40. On the Buses sadly went out to Foxborough Foxes 50 points to 45, and Charlotte Williams is facing Grease Lightning in the other semi-final after Grease Lightning beat I've Got a Life 49-30. I've Got a Life manager Mops Hoxby did say she'd rather lose to Sexy Alexi, and she did. So the semi-final lineup is the Creed Bratton Society against Ostrich Bar Stewards and Foxborough Foxes against Greece Lightning. Those ties will take place the first full fixture league weekend or Premier League fixture weekend in April. Now, who the fuck is that? Had rolled over 3 times, so was worth 9 manager of the season points this week, and 3 managers got it right. Arden Diamonds manager Steve Holmes, Hatch United manager Neil Hatch, and the Big Knobs manager Simon Hoxby all correctly identified that the 3 managers we were looking for were Lyndon's Lovely's manager Joe Hoxby, No Happy Endings manager Di Maloney, and Coldplay United manager Martin Maloney. So this is how the manager of the season table looks, and Simon Hoxby did have an seemingly unassailable 20-point lead until Sarah Goodwin sent me some fantastic messages today, and I decided to very generously give her 10 points. So the gap is now only 10 points. And who the fuck is that? A reminder, this is your chance to earn manager of the season points. There are 2 possible points on offer because there are 2 current Family Fantasy Football League managers pictured there. But to get the 2 points, you have to get both managers correct. You do not get a point for naming one of them correct. And remember, only 1 guess per manager per week. And if I survive the week, I'll be back next week for episode 104. Until then, take care. Bye bye.